Father God, please forgive me for all my sins. In Jesus' name, amen. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me, your rod and your staff.
It's your girl, the real Kiki, and you're back on my floorcast. I'm on the floor. Outside of that, I hope you're feeling good, feeling great, because I am. I'm talking about in my season, in my journey, I am walking with my head up high. I am walking with no fear, no doubt, no negative energy. I don't have none of that around me. And the people that was even attaching themselves, bringing negative things around me, I have literally distanced myself. I am growing. I am glowing. I am happy. I'm realizing like all of my overcomers. I'm a winner, I'm an achiever, and I'm just loving it. You know, just growing up, dealing with a lot of pain and trauma, nothing can hold you back. Like, no excuses, no one can stop you but you. You understand what I'm saying? I just want to share this story that's so amazing. And you know, it's a story that I always reflect on to basically like keep me encouraged that I'm on the right path, that I'm doing the right thing, that I'm living my purpose, I'm living my journey, the path that God has for me. I'm walking into those doors, those opening doors full of abundance and overflow. So yes, so I'm talking about like a couple years back, you know, I get a phone call to one of my partners, and it was really like a business partner as well. And they like, hey, you know, come out. Future is doing his tape with Lil Uzi Vert. You know, it's Baby Pluto versus Pluto. Like, you know, it's lit, whatever. It had to be like 10:30, probably like 10:30. So I'm like, okay, all right, cool. Can I bring someone? Whatever. So I brought one of my homegirls at the time, one of the HGs. So I brought one of my HGs at the time. And, you know, we slid out there. And I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Like, Future in the studio. You talking about come to the studio, Future in the studio. I just took off with the music. Like, I just dropped a single, maybe like the year before this incident. You know what I'm saying? It's a major fight going on right now. I believe it was Roy Jones. You know, I'm like, okay, cool. Get to the studio, y'all. Pull up at the studio over there by Club Diamonds of Atlanta, but you know it's closed now. They're at KOD now. So anyways, so boom, the security guard opened up the gate. You know what I'm saying? Get there, get out the car, park next to one of the Future cars. Nice black automobile, matted, so cute. I'm like, all right, cool. Get inside the studio. You know, I had to put that on. You know what I'm saying? All black with the two-tone 613 ponytail. You know what I'm saying? Body dress fitting tight and nice and white. Air Force Ones, you know, they white, crisp, clean. You know what I'm saying? Look like a girl. Nails was on fleek. None of them was broke. You know, whatever. So, you know, lipstick was popping. I think I had on purple for royalty, of course. You know what I'm saying? Just doing my thing, you know. And then I go in there, nice, studio. It's nice. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was checking us. Man, just in that thing. You feel me? Like, I'm like, wow, this is amazing. So, boom, sit down. We chilling in the lobby or whatever with me and my partners, me and my folks, me and my HG used to be, you know, whatever. So, next thing you know, Future comes, you know, around out to the lobby or whatever. And I'm trying not to, you know, look, because I'm just chilling. You know, I ain't no groupie. You're my favorite rapper. You know, I want this deal. I'm just chilling. I'm observing right now. You know what I'm saying? So, he ended up walking up to me. He had on Forces 2, clock that T. And he like, you know what I'm saying? We back there, do you wanna, like, we wanna know the game, whatever, the fight. So somehow they was talking about the fight, whatever, and I brought up like the fight, whatever. So it's cool, whatever. But he's like looking like, you know, like, you feel me? Like, why she's not like groovy? I'm like chilling. So then, boom, he go back in there with Metro Boomin and DJ Esco, and just so many people. Playboy Cardi had ended up coming in, you know, just so many people. Doe came in, you know, and it was just amazing just to be able to even be here humbly, not even knowing how I got there. When you get somewhere that blows your mind, you know it's God, right? Like, you know, it's like I literally was just at home, y'all, chilling, just kicking it, like minding my business, you know what I'm saying, whatever. And got that phone call. Mind you, I'm not from Atlanta. I'm not from Georgia. I was born in Texas. I was raised on the South Side years ago, like a baby coming up type, you know what I'm saying? But I always go back home. There's no place like home. But of course, I love it here. It's fine. It's great. It's nice. Southside, Atlanta, everywhere. I'm good everywhere. I'm good everywhere. I like Charlotte. I like whatever. You know what I'm saying? So just to be able to come and just maneuver around and have those plug-in connections, you know that you're blessed. You're clearly walking into your purpose of your life while you're here. You know what I'm saying? So, boom, Future come back around, and then he like walk up to me and he like, you want to watch the game? And I was like, what game? And he was like, I mean to fight. So I was like, okay, yeah, of course. Like, why not? I'm like, wow, Future just asked me to you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, cut that tea. So that was cool, the invitation. And I'm not the only one out here. You know what I'm saying? But it's directed towards me. So, y'all, we sitting on a Hennessy. We go back there. We watching the fight. I'm seeing everybody. Dior outside in the car doing whatever. I don't know. And, you know, everybody just, you know, chilling, vibing, whatever. So, you know, I just start drinking, whatever. And then I end up, like, getting, like, kind of, like, in my feelings at the time. Because I'm just like, man, this is an amazing feeling. Like, this is great. This is awesome. But it's like, should I introduce myself as a rapper? Should I introduce myself as an independent artist? Are we all just chilling? Because the person that invited me out anyways, shoot, that I felt like that was their place, their position. So it's the reason why they're not doing it. You know them better than me. If it was going to be beneficial, then you would help me. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was marketing purposes, what's your budget, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So just chill. So I end up just really enjoying that, you know what I'm saying, that scenery and that motivation. And I watched how Future operated. I watched how he was in the studio for hours. Now, like I said, I got there at probably like, I don't know, 11 something. And because we left like 10:30, like I said. So I got there like 11 something. And we didn't leave. Like, I literally went to my car after everybody was going in and out the studio, and then we outside of the studio on the curb, you know, just talking, and Future comes right here and talking to Casino, talking to my partner, you know what I'm saying, woo. And I was like, oh, amazing. And I know he kept looking like, who is this girl? Like, who is this girl? You know what I'm saying, whatever. So I'm just chilling. And then Dior was looking in the car like several times, like on her phone, like looking, whatever. Get out and network. That's what you need to do. Forget all that. What we doing? You feel me? But whatever. And so I end up, you know, later on, I ended up just going to my car and just crashing for the time being, because we was all still there. And it ended up being like 6:30 in the morning when we left. And I was like, dang, he was already there at 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's 6 in the morning. I'm like, who in the world even been in the studio that long? It's a long time. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay. But you know what? It was definitely an experience. And I went that first day. They had already been there a couple days before that and days afterwards. You know what I'm saying? And it was just a blessing, y'all. You don't understand. It was a privilege to literally be in front of Future's face in the studio. Mind you, a couple years ago, before I even took off with the rap industry as far as streaming, I used to have this spot or whatever on the south side, whatever, and on Garden Walk. And that's College Park, if you don't know, but it's still like Atlanta 30349, so whatever. But over there on Garden Walk, my neighbor, she knocking on my door. I'm supposed to be sick and everything. Y'all sick that day and all that. She knocking on my door, like, call my name, talking about some Future got a concert, we lit, So I get up, like, I ain't sick no more. Like, for real. My husband, who's my husband today, at the time, he was my boyfriend. And he was like, you was sick all day. You been sick all day. I'm like, I ain't sick no more. I was sick, y'all, for real. I had, like, I don't know, like a cold or something. But baby, it went away real quick. It did. I don't know what was going on. It wasn't even that bad anyways. I was just taking some medicine. And I had to call off that work that time when I was working at that job, whatever. So I had ended up going. We got some outfits, whatever. We ended up getting there to the club. She invited her friend too. We all got it on, looking good, looking great. How are you? Then we had ended up getting there or whatever, and it was packed. Like, I don't even know where it was at, somewhere downtown Atlanta at the time. Man, it was packed. It was packed. Them folks were coming out sweating, drenching sweat. This one girl like, you don't want to be in there. You don't want to be in there. It's so crowded in there. You can't move. People stepping on you, bumping into you, or whatever, like a stampede in it bit. So I'm like, okay, all right, bet. So, and they was telling us it's too full anyway. They wouldn't let nobody else in the club. So we was like, all right, cool, whatever. So boom, the club ended up closing. Like, it's over, whatever, about to close. Everybody had left, slowly but surely. Everybody left, and I'm looking like, dang, that's crazy. Like, everybody gonna leave. Like, I don't think he's gonna come out here. It's crazy, right? And at the time, of course, Future was big, but he wasn't big as he is now, to this day. But, he still was big. Because, Future, he's been out since the dungeon. You feel me? So he's been out for a long time. Songs that you wouldn't even know that was him. You know what I'm saying? So, Future did. He ended up, it was like the balcony with the stairs and the door. And he, came out to peep out a little bit to see how many people was there. And I guess it wasn't that many people. So, all right, cool. So then he ended up coming back, closed the door. Then he ended up coming back, coming downstairs or whatever. And he's taking pictures with us and stuff. And I'm like, I knew that. So I get a girl. So this one girl is in front, right here. She's, taking the picture with him and stuff, whatever. And she's taking too long, y'all. It was crazy. I don't understand it. She really was taking too long. And then finally, I was like, okay, I moved her out the way, y'all. Crazy girl. I ended up just pushing her out the way, literally, pushing her out the way, okay. And then Future was like, damn, a good thing. Okay, put his hand on my shoulders, took the picture, and I had mad good footage and stuff. And then my friend, her friend, who was supposed to be recording this, she ain't even get none of the good pictures, none of the good angles, flash out here, picture deal blurry. It don't even make sense. My phone ended up blanking out, doing some crazy stuff, went out. It was weird. I ain't had no videos. I don't know what happened to all the videos I had, y'all. I'm talking about iPhones hanging on me. They was just on some hating stuff that night. So, but guess what? It don't work because God works in mysterious ways. And God keep telling you, when it's your time, it's your time. Everything happens in a season. You have to realize things happen in a season. You have to be patient. You have to be consistent. You have to keep believing, having your faith. You can't give up. It's going to happen. Trust me, it's going to happen in that season. Even if it's right there in front of your face, maybe you're not ready for it. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? It could be several things, trust me. Because later on, like I said, I end up taking off with the music, and then I end up being in the studio with Future. Not signed, no label with me, no, none of that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even had no team, for real, you know what I'm saying? So it was just an amazing blessing, and everything that I wanted to say, I didn't have to say. Everything speaks for itself, That's why he kept looking like, who is this girl? Who is this girl? That's why you're talking to me, because the light just shine bright. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of, I'm bad. Duh, I know that already. You know what I'm saying? But, shoot, you got a bad bitch in the car. You know what I'm saying? It's light. It's so what? If I know people are so that don't matter. At the end of the day, it's your light on you. You know what I'm saying? Don't let people try to take the main thing from you. And that's your light. You're shining. The people try to give you reasons and excuses of why things happen for you. Well, if they got that much knowledge and understanding, well, why things don't be happening for them? You know what I'm saying? Why they always crying and complaining and stuff, and trying to tell you, well, this happened because of this. This happened to you because of this. Because of what? What makes sense? It doesn't. It's your purpose. It's for you. It's your time, your season, your plan. So yeah, that was a really great. So yeah, I had went to the car, but I was kind of sad, like I said, because it's just I'm right here, and I just want to say so much. I want to do so much. I want to do so much. But it's really what can you bring to the table? You know what I'm saying? What can you do for me? People is always trying to take from other people and feel entitled and try to be put on a pedestal or feel like everybody owe them. But it's what can you do for me? Why should I? How can I? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, help me help you. One of those type situations. And I understood that, you know, without conversation. It was just the experience, and I loved every bit of it. I really did. I loved it. Future's a great artist. The beats are nice. Real genuine person. Very smart. Move very smart. Financially, business wise. You know, he stay out the way. And it's nice. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. Outside of anything else, I don't know and I don't care. That has nothing to do with me. I look at the person for what I see that they bring to the world, outside of, you know, the promoting drugs and things like that, and you don't do them or whatever. Once again, that has nothing to do with me. At the end of the day, it's about the business and the way you conduct business, and you keep your business to yourself, and you don't allow people to abuse and use you, because you know what it took to get where you was at. You knew those people was not rooting for you. You knew those people did not want to see you win. You knew those people did not want to support you, help you, come to your events, show love, buy your merch. You knew that already. Share your items, post, repost. You knew that already, because they showed you that in their face, in your face. But every time something comes around, they like, I want to be there, I want to be there. Or what we doing? Or, you know, twin, sis, bro, bruh, you know, gang, all that stuff. But actions speak louder than words always. You know what I'm saying? So the moral of the story is that night was amazing. And I definitely had told the girl, like, why you get no pictures that night? But whatever, it didn't matter. I still have that picture to this day, y'all, looking a mess. But I don't care. And it had, fast forward, it had even better, like, understanding of that situation when I got older, of course, because I learned how to just chill. Like, I just learned how, like, you don't even got to share everything all the time. You don't got to post everything all the time. Why? Keep them inquiring minds wondering. You know what I'm saying? Keep out your business so you can prevail more, so you can elevate more, so you can be advanced. Because when we got to that studio with Future in a private event that night, you can't take no pictures there. Wasn't taking no pictures. Wasn't taking no videos. Why? Me and Future taking a picture in the studio broke the internet. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't for that. It wasn't for a show and tell. I wasn't even trying to take out no pictures. I was trying to figure out what we doing. Shoot, sign my name on the dotted line. You feel me? But, you know, in due time for sure. So definitely mad love, and mad respect to Future, and just the grind of the whole free bands. You feel me? Ain't nothing bigger than the bird but God. Facts. So that was cool. And then big shout out to Metro Boomin. He's a great person. I went to Future concert, We Do Not Trust You, last year with a couple HGs, and that was so live. It was lit. I mean, that sound, I tried to share it like it wasn't foreign. I mean, it was like a trance. Like, put me in it's like he was in the studio with it. It just sounded so good. So definitely big up to Metro Boomin. You know what I'm saying? And that tape he just dropped now. You know, just bringing the old Atlanta back, because it's good to have fun again, and not always talking about that killing and shooting and taking drugs, and, you know what I'm saying, just trying to elevate. We done lost so many young people in this industry game, as well as getting locked up and just throwing their life away off of an image and peer pressure, you know what I'm saying, and just the depressed, you know, depression and stuff like that. So continue to let your light shine. Okay, shine your light. Don't be mad about the people. Don't get upset or offended by the people who are intimidated by you and your light. People try to dim your light. They try to dim your light. They try to be so judgmental, like they know you. They don't know you from a can of paint. I don't care who they met you through, how many times they kicked it with you, whatever. You're still trying to figure out yourself. You're still every day trying to find self-healing. Don't worry about what people think. Literally don't care. The only time I used to care what people think, when I was younger, I was in elementary school, and I didn't want to tell people that I was adopted. I did not want to tell people I was adopted. I did not want to tell people that I was in foster care. I just felt like it was embarrassing, man. I just felt like it was shameful. I felt like it was kind of like, it wasn't normal for your mom not to take care of you, to me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not sure if it's because I was already living with my mom, who got taken from her, and she just didn't come back and get us, you know, and we all got split up. After foster care, I got adopted, you know, by one of my mom's sister, husband, and their kids is the house that I lived in with, you know, but I don't know. It was shameful. I didn't feel appreciative. I didn't feel appreciated. I didn't feel love. I didn't feel comfort. I felt like I was lacking. I felt like I was missing something. But of course, when I went to school, I was just cool. I always been cool for school, too cool for school, just chilling. I always just been, I don't know, the it girl. I have. So I'm being humble. And nowadays it's okay to compliment yourself. Compliment yourself, baby. Fill yourself up with love. You hear me? If nobody tell you, tell yourself. You got what I'm saying? Blowing kisses in the mirror, this self-love. Period. So, but yeah, so I don't know, y'all. I was like so embarrassing back then. And then when I got to when I got to middle school, I didn't care anymore because it's like everybody was being raised by somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And you can't change what people couldn't do for you. It always worked out in your best. Even if you went through a lot of stuff, drama, not being protected, abuse, mentally, physically, neglection, abandonment, you know, just being not wanted, not feeling loved, lack. You just gotta defend and always walk around with his guard up. It's okay because you know what? Everything happened for a reason, and it did make you who you was. And if those people got to take you in their hands, knowing they shouldn't have had you, nothing would have turned out good. And even if nothing turned out good, now that you say it did turn out good, because you're still here and you still can make a difference in your life, in your kids' life, breaking those generation curses. And that's what it's all about. You will walk into your glory. Do you think when they took me from my mama and I was like, Mom, as a little baby, like 4 years old, you know what I'm saying? 3 years old. You think 3 years old, I knew I was going to be in the studio with Future, that I knew I was going to be in the house with Boosie, that I knew if I was going to be on the road with Boosie, doing shows and going to his events at the club and video shoots and pool parties and just meeting these people, you know what I'm saying, and opening up for Glorilla, just all these things, being at Tiny's birthday party, you know, you didn't, you know what I'm saying, taking pictures with Young Dro, opening up for Kilo Ali, got a song out with Kilo Ali, like, just, I can name them all, you know what I'm saying, from opening up for Schoolie, he opening up for me, you know, you just don't know your purpose and your plan, but while you're going through what you need to get through in order for you to get on your journey, your path, everything makes you stronger. You have to go through it so you can know how to deal with life, so you can know how to handle life, so you'll know, put your best foot forward, be unstoppable. You know what I'm saying? Get in another crowd. We don't want to lose people because we know they love us, they care about us, and this and this, whatever, they want to see us happy. But do for you. You know what I'm saying? Don't stop doing for you. Get in that environment full of that rich room where, in that entrepreneur room, where you will grow, you will develop, and you will understand. You stop letting the substance abuse you mentally and bound you down where you can't get up and make a difference. You can. Stop pointing fingers. Stop blaming everybody. You got baby moms out here want to call baby dad, you help me back. You help me back, but you still having kids. You still having kids by them. You still having kids by the next one. You still having kids before that. Like, it doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? The guy, my daddy wasn't, I didn't have this. It doesn't matter. It's about now. We have enough tool and resources, even with AI included or not, where you can be a better person for you. You can make those things happen. You can change and be a different person in the world. Don't let life go by and just pass you. Don't be one of those bugs on the wall, you know what I'm saying? Don't just sit here and just wait until it's over. I know it's hard. Nothing is easy. Nothing is easy. When you was learning your ABCs, it wasn't easy. And if you don't know them now, you still need to learn them, okay? But that's just one of my little cute little music journey stories. I can look back and I'm like, man, it don't matter. I was in the studio with Future. It was, yeah, and it was nice. And he was nice. And it was mad love and it was mad respect. And I really appreciate that because that is one of my favorite rappers and always have been because he fire. I'm just being honest. So yes, definitely check in next time. It's your girl, the real Kiki, and I'm on the floor.